Hey everyone, it's Timid. I'm back with another episode of my Thracia 776 draft, and today I'm going to be doing actually a post commentary because, funnily enough, my microphone wasn't set up correctly on OBS when I got back from Thanksgiving, so unfortunately we're going to have to do it this way. You might hear a little bit of extra background noise because I don't have my normal mic set up from OBS, but we'll see we'll see how well it ends up coming together. So, to start out with, I think I just ended up talking for a while here to begin with. Basically, I'm just going to be going over this as it plays, so I'm going to be spending an extra X hours just rewatching this. This did take a couple of tries for me to get correct, but anyways, I think we're gonna be starting soon-ish. Please, any moment now, any moment now, any moment now, any moment now. Okay. Anyways, okay. There we go. I think I just changed the objectives to get Miranda off of there because she got A rank thunder last map. As you can see here, I'm bringing a bunch of units. I'm benching Trude for this chapter for a very specific reason, and that's to make sure that he's in the right position for endgame. I'm also making sure that I have vulnerable areas available for everyone at this point, I believe, is what's going on here. But it looks like I've finished up with preps. Most of them were done before this point, so I'm getting ready to go ahead and deploy. So this is chapter 24X, Veloption Altar. Is this the place? Indeed. We're already inside Veloption's secret temple. Stay alert, Prince Leaf. Come on. I can't click through it here. There we go. It certainly looks like how you'd expect a hidden option enclave to. Everything is so dark I can barely see past my own nose. Where could Eyvel be? That I don't know, I'm afraid. We've little choice but to search until we find her. But be wary. I have intelligence stating that the options have worked for foul magic to place invisible traps throughout this area. They can be walked across safely, but once one stands on them for too long, they are teleported to a nearby execution chamber. Yes. Where'd it go? There we go. Once used by Veloptions to eliminate dissidents within their ranks, they've repurposed it as a last line of defense against us. I know not exactly where these traps are, but we should not linger for too long near doors, on staircases, or narrow corridors. Thankfully I have a map, so this isn't that bad. If one of our own should happen to be teleported to the execution chamber, however, there is no exit. We must use our own teleportation magic to retrieve them. In fact, we'll have to use Veloption's own magic against them to find Veld. An ancient circle in the center chamber teleports one directly to the altar he's retreated to. Yeah, come on. I might be talking about something that I want to get into in a second here, but we'll see. Come on. Like, I know what I think I'm talking about here. But I'm gonna wait for the story to progress until I actually mention it, because I'll have plenty of downtime to talk about it once we're actually into gameplay. After we've rescued Lady Eyvel, we should make our way there and use the circle to finally confront Veld. Yes. Above all else, my prince, stay calm and advance slowly and carefully. You've come too far to get careless now. Okay, are we starting finally? Okay, we are starting finally. So, to start out with, I've done this a bunch of times off camera. But we need to start by teleporting in Orsin with extra with extra magic. So turn 1, I ensorcel him and warp him in with Salem. So, come on, there we go. So there's the ensorcel. There's the dance with Lara. And there is the warp. Now, basically, because of that nice arrow there, that's basically a good marker to tell you where to send him in. Because this is the final room, that's where the boss is. You can just send him in and he can take care of stuff without any issues. Nice point level save. So what's annoying here is there's this silence guy on the left here. So that's the berserk guy. He is very annoying to deal with. But you can deal with him pretty easily on turn 1. You can basically just kill him with any physical unit you send in there. This guy is a menace. He's got 23 magic with the manastone. I forget if I reset here. I think I might have just reset here. Yeah, I did. Okay. So the reason I reset there is because he's got 23 magic, which means that he has enough magic to silence Salem. And since Salem is the only staff unit I have here, because I didn't bother using a S-string to bring Safy, I need to reset. It's partially because I want to bring, well, I don't even know why. I probably could have brought Safy this chapter, and it would have been a lot easier to deal with the staff stuff, because then I would have had someone who can restore, and then we would have had extra staff uses. Probably could have done something or other with that. But whatever, this is fine too. I think it might have been because of where Salem is on the map. Because I think he would have been sent to the left side of the map, which honestly that would have probably been better, possibly. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. I'm also doing a couple of small maintenance things here before we let off. Well, I'm double checking this, that I have all my scrolls equipped, I think, here. That adept manual, I don't think I ever even used. I think I completely forgot about it. It just hung on in the convoy. Because I don't even need it for true, because Swordmaster gets adept naturally from its class, and I guess Karin would have been a good user for it. Really good user for it. Let me look up where you get that. I completely forgot what I got that. Because it might be something that I could consider you getting in another playthrough. So where's my item locations? Manual. No, it's continue. Okay, chapter 18. Right. The boss of the next chapter, that's right. Okay. But yeah, I'm doing this again here. I believe what's funny is I messed up here, if I remember correctly. So I got a decent level here. And then Orsin's in here, and I checked to see that this guy wouldn't have 21 magic, which he didn't, which was good. But I did fuck up a little bit here because I forgot to actually kill the boss. So we're gonna see a berserk coming out here. Unfortunately. Let's see. Example silence. I'm up a torch step so that I can look into the execution chamber. Because something that's very important to do early on in this chapter, if you can, is to well, I'm pretty sure the mic is recording. Anyways, something that's very important to do early on is to pop the, well, not really pop it, but take these two warp users out of the equation. Even with the pure waters, they aren't gonna have more than 20 magic. They're gonna have like 19. So some of them can just silence and sweep them pretty easily here. Then we've got the berserkers here. They've got wrath. They're kind of a menace. So long as you put anyone other than anyone who doesn't have Vantage in their range, you'll be fine. Because Vantage always attacks first, so that actually makes it so that they get the counterattack, and so they get the Wrath procs. It's a very annoying interaction, but it's another reason why Vantage just is complete ass in this game, usually. It's such a bad skill here. It's such a bad skill in this game. I don't know why. I don't know why it's a thing. Oh god. Anyways. I mean, so I just thought of a funny interaction for the Bale Sword that Delman comes with, possibly. And that is to just attack someone with Vantage, and then rather than they'll attack first and then you get Wrath from the Bale Sword. But that's a very, very specific interaction. That's like the only time that Wrath will ever come up with that sword, is if you're attacking someone with Vantage. Anyways, so I gave Lippis a few scrolls here, partially because I wanted to transfer them, trade chain them to Condomore so that he gets decent levels. I don't think he actually got any levels here for the ship, though. The Berserkers are great XP food for the late game here, so you can basically use them to finish off any of your units who you haven't gotten up to level 20 yet. Just top them off experience-wise, basically. Okay, but I'm just making sure that, so Lithis has the Keymaker for better hit and avoid, and I think I gave Leaf the White Brand for a better avoid there as well. Sarah I have here with the Kia Staff, that's all she's going to be doing here, is she's basically going to be a green unit that I bring over to use the Kia Staff, and that's all she's going to do. So a civilian escort mission, basically, with Sarah here. She's not going to be seeing any combat, and even though I have Eyvel drafted, I feel like whoever drafted Sarah should get Eyvel for the final chapter, so I'm not going to be using her in the final chapter, Eyvel. Anyways, I'm just doing this for completion's sake so that I get full survivability for story purposes, basically. Because this isn't like an Iron Man or anything. And since I can reset and everything, I'd rather just do everything the right way. Movement start with Sarah isn't really necessary here. So the annoying thing about Sarah is she's only got like 4 or 5 move. So it's very, very easy for her to randomly step onto a trap tile here. Now, the way you can get around, so the other thing here was, so Eyvel is actually a green unit. So what I was considering here was maybe I could just rescue Eyvel and escape with her. But that's not something that you can do, I don't think, because she's a green unit. So you can't rescue her or anything until you actually recruit her. She's not on your unit list, so I think that you need to talk to her, and in order to talk to her, you need the Kia Staff, so that's why I have Sarah here. Okay. Now, these guys are going to just run into Leaf and Condomore here. And then since Leaf has continue? Is it continue? I forget what it's called. That guy did just double axe himself there against Leaf, so we take those. We absolutely take those. And then you can see that I completely forgot to do the berserk strat here. So I'm like, ah shit, that's not great. Orsin is technically at the top of my list here, so but because he has the ensorcel buffs and he's standing on manastone, he's not going to actually get berserked here or slept here. It's just going to be what should we call it? It's going to be going for Marty, I believe, is the one who's going to be attacked here. Which is, well, who's going to get berserked here, which I'm going to have fun dealing with that in a second here. But I think I ended up dealing with it pretty easily. Okay, yeah, so Sarah dodges the silence there. Okay, the sleep procs onto Marty. And then the boss didn't actually berserk anyone, it looks like. So these guys are popping their pure waters. So instead of dealing with a berserk, well actually we'll wait because the boss goes last, right? So these guys are rewarping in. Yeah, there we go. There's a berserk. It's gonna hit. Brighton here. So that was actually not bad for me, because all that Brighton has on him right now is a short sword and a flame sword. So this is actually fine so long as I don't like attack him. Because he'll just, I should be able to just let him go for Marty here. Because he's asleep and won't counter. So long as I keep like Sarah out of his range. So that's all good. So that's how I ended up dealing with this. Brighton, this is me panicking because I'm like, what do I do for Brighton? But because he's got capped strength and everything, so that's still like a serious issue to deal with. But I could just wall off Brighton so that he'll go for Marty here, because I'm pretty sure berserk units can't walk. Well, I'm not sure. I was kind of just banking on Brighton going for Marty. But yeah, at this point I'm like, oh shit, I need to get Salem over there as soon as I can to restore Brighton. So I trade over the Kingmaker to Leaf, as well as the scrolls for better level ups here on Leaf. And I just kill this guy with the Kingmaker. The Kingmaker is a really good sword because since it's C rank, basically every sword user you have can use it. So you can just trade it around pretty easily. And since it's a brave weapon as well, you can just kill basically everything with it. Which is really nice to be able to do. So here I'm trying to see if it makes sense for me to go for a steal for that torch staff. Instead, I think I just go for the flame sword kill, because it's guaranteed. And it makes things a little bit easier for me here. So yeah, here I'm looking at what's going on here, because Blade could, I mean, Brighton could easily go to kill Sarah, he could easily go to kill whoever here. So I need to make sure that he is basically walled off here. So I trade over the restore to Salem, and I rewarp him in because, like, I need to restore Brighton as soon as I can. That's completely just necessary. I just need to do this immediately so that Brighton doesn't kill someone. He could easily kill Marty, maybe, since Marty's asleep. So his stats are all reduced and everything. So I move you out of the way. And what's funny is I don't think I even can check his movement range. But yeah, as you see here, Marty actually, since he has the scroll, he won't get crit. So I'm perfectly fine with Brighton just moving in here if he wants. And the way that I did this, because Brendan has a lot of move, so I'm kind of banking on him going for Marty, rather than going for, like, say, Sarah here. And being walled off by Dean. So I was kind of banking on that, and I think it ended up working out as I thought it would, so. We're able to box in the berserk unit, I think. I think that's how that works. It was either that or he went to capture Sarah here, because either way, it's not necessarily the best option for me, but like if he went for Sarah, that's good enough, right? But then I turned my attention back to the right side here for a little bit to make sure that everyone is, well, that I can take out these guys. So I finish off a berserker here. And then I think I just dance for Leaf. Yeah, that's a really good level for with this as well, without any like scrolls or anything. So I just dance for Leaf because he has the Kingmaker, and I just Kingmaker his other Lofto Mage. And he's dealt with. And because only those two decided to warp in that turn, I think we're fine here. So, and as you can see, Bryden just goes for the attack onto Marty there. So double flame sword use. It hurts a lot, but since Marty has a really good HP pool, he survives it. So that's that minor fucking that minor disaster averted right there. Except, of course, Salem gets slapped here. So I'm like, fuck this shit. Now I have to reset again. So yeah, on this next one, I like actually attack with Orsin. I'm like, okay, let's get serious this time. So in this video alone, it's like third attempt. And that just goes to show how tricky this chapter can be. Especially if you don't have enough staff users to make it easy for you. Which I'm only deploying the one. This would probably have been easier if I had gone for like, say, a whatchamacallit. Nope. And there's Lara getting moved there. So at this point I'm like, okay, this is definitely for run. I have to make this for run. So I trade over the scrolls again and warp in Orsin. And I double check to see if I can get silenced here. Well, I don't even do that. Maybe it would have been worth going for the silence guy if he was silenced. Salem this time, but I don't think I bothered checking. So I opened the door with Bryden. Well, with I think that's Blade. And then I just charge in with Karin and Miranda because we have plenty of magic attack to deal with berserkers from 2 range. That simplifies this chapter a lot because all the berserkers have Wrath, but they're also all locked to 1 range, so you can deal with them pretty easily on player phase with either magic swords or just straight up magic. Very, very easily. Okay, and then these guys I just move in to wall off like I did the prior time. So that's all fine. Now I half want to speed through some of this at some point. But as soon as I get past these first couple of turns, I think I'm going to start editing it a little bit. Because this is taking a while, and a lot of this is repetitive. But worry not, I think we'll get out of the bad zone here in a second. So as you can see here, Connemore misses his counterattack there, which sucks, but whatever. And then this guy's gonna go for Karin, which is a bad move on his part because she's got him, so she just kills him. Almost. Not quite, actually. And then these guys are all going to... So this is how the turn with Orsin is basically supposed to go. I think I forgot to mention it, but that's why he has the Pook, is to just counter all these guys and kill them. He's got... I think they have, like, a decent amount of hit on him before he takes the sigil on the escape point. But once he reaches the escape point, he has, like, so much avoid that they only have, like, 1 or 2 hit on him each. Which is very nice, because it means I can just kill them without any issues, more or less. Since these guys all have Jormungandr, that's why I actually put an antitoxin on Orsin. One of the few times that the antitoxin actually becomes super, super useful, because the reinforcements in this chapter all have hell tomes, which means that... What that means is... if you are poisoned, and they hit you with the hell tome, you will die to poison immediately, basically. So you have to be very careful of that. That's why I have the antitoxin, is so that Orsin can deal with the reinforcements in that center room very easily. So turn 2. I think I take out the sleep guy. Silence guy only has 19 attacks, so this is not a threat to Salem at all here. So there goes that guy. And then the silence guy is going to be annoying because he's got a siege tome still, but I can deal with that. So on this right side here, I need a lot of attacks basically to punch through these guys. So because of that, this ends up getting a little bit annoying. So because Leaf has a cost, he can just one-round that guy with the light brand. This guy has 5 health, so I think I just take him out with, like, anyone who's available. Yeah, Brian with a flame sword, even. Nice and easy. No issues there. And because of this, I know that I do have siege tomes on Miranda, so I can move in and get a hit off or 2 with that to soften up an enemy if I need to. If I need an extra attack, basically. But I think what I go for here is just the King's Sword kill here. Yeah. Because he doubles, and because of the cost, that's 4 hits, and he's done. Easy. No issues, right? So, the reason why I think here I go... Yeah, I trade the scrolls over to Lithis and pop the torch down, just to make sure that I know what I'm dealing with here, right? So, 4 options here. Is a bit of a tall order to kill all of them, but since they have hull, this is something that we can more or less deal with. As you can see here, Lithis has enough strength to just one-shot this guy with the silver sword, so that's that guy easily taken care of. And then we have the King's Sword as well available, so yeah, it's kind of more, as you can see there, Connemore can't like one-shot that guy. I think what I did here was I went for King's Sword kills a lot. So I danced for a leaf and then did some King's Sword strats here, I think, is what happened. Yes. So So I dance for Leaf. I take out the guy above him with the King's Sword. Come on. Nope. Come on. I know that's what I'm doing. Okay. There we go. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, you know you're gonna do it. Come on. I'm also considering getting a Shanam kill, I think. But yeah, because of King's Sword and how Hell works, this is something that I can basically guarantee works. Especially since I'm going to be walling off people with like Leaf and everyone. And Connemore and everyone. What actually makes this a little bit scary, now that I think about it, is Leaf does have a cost. So what that means is I think the Hull guys could actually just accost him, and then if they hit twice, he dies. Okay. Well, anyways, Miranda can move in here and soften up one of them for Shanam, was the idea, I think. Yeah, because 16 plus whatever damage I need to kill that guy. Or... yeah, that's actually even better. Because that means I only have to do like 11 damage with Shanam here. Which I feel like I almost didn't get. Funnily enough, I think like I think I almost did not get that to work. Because I attacked with the wrong person with the Kingmaker here to start out with, so. Connemore does get the scrolls here. He's got Kingmaker ready. I do think I gave Leaf the White Brand there, maybe? So, potentially, I'm thinking that he's going to make this work. Yeah, Leaf does have a White Brand, I think, equipped. So, I think the idea is on enemy phase, he would counterattack and kill. Potentially. I checked to see if the Killing Edge for Shanam works, and he's like 1 damage away from killing with it. So... I checked to see if he can use the Sleep Edge, and I can't use that, so... because he doesn't have the weapon rank, so I think I go for it. And he just needs to hit twice and kill here. And he dodged the hell anyways, which was really good. So, he got the level up, it's just a typical Shanam level up. A typical 0-stat Shanam level up. Like, holy shit, he's such a crap unit. Okay, anyways. I move in with everyone over here. There's a trap tile in the center area, and then there's also the Siege Tome guy that Orsin hasn't dealt with quite yet, that I need to worry about. So yeah, the Hell guys are starting to move in on Orsin now. That guy's gonna Siege Tome onto Miranda, which bites. It bites a lot there. Actually, considering that Miranda has 20 magic, that's a significant chunk that she just took there. And then he misses with the Venonbow guy, which is pretty important, because it means that this guy has to waste a turn as well. And thankfully, Orsin has enough defense that the Venonbow guy isn't actually going to go for him. I don't think. So that was good. So as far as this goes, we're just trading over the Sleep Staff to Salem so that he can take care of the 2 warp guys there. I mean, forget if I go for a pot shot here. I guess I do. I'm a sleep edge guy. So he's taken out of the picture. I have sleep still, so that's all good. The thing here is that you can also just block the spawns pretty easily. I think with a sleep onto both the sleep edge guy and or the venom bow guy. So long as they're still on the stairs, you can just sleep them, and then the warp guys don't have anyone to warp. But going for the silence here is also something you can do, because you can silence and sleep them, and then they can't use their stabs anymore. So that's also a decent option. Yeah, so there's the sleep coming out. So that's both of those staff guys taken care of. I don't really need warp anymore, so I'm not going to bother going for them. But they do have like 6 warp uses each. So if you wanted warp, you could get an extra couple here. But I don't think it's even necessary usually. So as you can see here, we've got Orsin still. He's going to pop the antitoxin so that he doesn't die to poison. And I was basically banking on this guy not killing him. I mean, not hitting him, which he doesn't really have any hit. He's got like 8 hit maybe on Orsin at this point, so not something that I'm super worried about. And then from this point onward, it's basically just moving in carefully to avoid the trap tiles, and making sure that Orsin doesn't die randomly to the health tomes. So I'm going to go ahead and stop commentating here for a little bit while we move in. There are some berserkers on the pathway as well, but it's pretty easy to deal with them. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and you will... I guess I'll just speed through the rest of this chapter, because we basically defeated it at this point. It's just a matter of making sure you don't step on the wrong tile. Now, this was another area in which, right here, was another area in which I sort of had, it was kind of scary, because there are like a bunch of berserkers in this area. So I just used Shinam, I think, for capture bait, or I used someone for capture bait, right there. Because I wasn't sure if Karin would be able to dodge everything here, and she is kind of squishy. But she managed to pull through here. I don't think there was much of any reason to worry, but whatever. And I guess I'll also just cover, there's another move level for Karin as well, by the way. In case you didn't think she got enough move in this playthrough. I think she got 2 of those in this fucking chapter, which is phenomenal. I forget if she got one earlier or if the last one is later. But anyways, yeah, Orsin's able to just keep on trucking here. He's got a vulnerary, so even if one of these guys hits him with a Hell Tome, he can still probably survive. The only thing that maybe could be an issue is that Venom Bow guy right there. And I'm not attacking him because Orsin isn't guaranteed a crit on his first turn. He's got 9 uses of the Poogie left as well, importantly here. So, okay, I guess we used Chanel or someone as the capture bait there. So, I think at this point I was trying to start baiting these guys over with Miranda or even Karin, maybe. But someone with good amounts of avoid who would be able to who would be able to just kill those guys without issue. I think I ended up settling on Karin plus Kingsword, which I left on Conmore. But I sent someone down there that way with them, basically. Okay, I was about to attack at one range with Brighton, and I'm like, shit, he's got rapids, right? Hang on a second. So I softened him up with Marty here. I think I just ended up killing him with Marty because he doubles and has a lot of damage. And since he's capturing Dean, he only captured Dean. That's funny. Oh, you know why this was an issue? Okay, right. So here I'm panicking a little bit because I'm trying to make sure that I don't kill him because he does have a couple of fancy items on him that I would prefer if I didn't lose. Brighton here sets up the capture perfectly. As you can see here, Lithus is very close to a good... he has a full inventory, so I can't really steal something from him. I guess I could get rid of his broken silence staff now that I look at it. But what I'm attempting to do here is get Marty in range to capture, because he does have the Brave Axe still. So yeah, I'm emptying up a item slot for with this here, and I'm like, oh wait, I have the silence staff. I could just toss that. But I wait until I have this open up. So I check this with Karin. She obviously kills. Miranda obviously kills in one round. Leaf pretty much obviously kills because he's got a cost with Lightbrand, so that's not an option either. Meaning that our only option here is Brighton with a flame sword. And I'm also like Lithus is close enough that he'll get a level from Steel experience at this point, so like I also sort of don't want to get to pop bet on him if I don't have to, but I go, you know what, fuck it, may as well, because not that much point. Oh, actually, no, that's not what I do. I move Karin in so that I can grab the scrolls. Nice. Okay. The most important one here is the Dane one. I don't even know why I bothered with this set. I think it was, well, actually, you know why? It's so that Marty could maybe transfer some of this over after this level up. And I get health, skill, luck. That's actually not bad for weapons at this point. I would definitely take that here. Yeah, Lara is good enough that close enough that I can dance for Marty without issues here. Thanks to the extra move level, she can just move in like this. And then... So he's ready to capture. I double checked this to make sure that it's something that I could maybe do, but since he has the Devil Axe and Wrath, I don't really want to go for this, because if he crits me with Wrath, which I believe that bypasses the scrolls, but I'm not entirely sure. I also double checked for the meteor chances. It's 28, so I think the best I opt for the Brighten option here because, well, for one, it gives him an extra level, so maybe another movement level. And for 2, if he doesn't crit, that's like the perfect setup here. So luck's, an extra point of luck isn't bad on Brighten, I guess. It's not awful. And I just trade over the scrolls and everything to Marty with a Brave Axe because, well, frankly, he still needs it. And then he's got 2 91s to pull this off, and he gets it on the first try. So a very easy capture there. No speed, unfortunately, but whatever. 14 speed is actually going to end up being good enough for Marty for the rest of the game. Like, you don't need to cap all of your stats with everyone. And then here I'm just trying to make sure that I have everything that I need on everyone, so... I go to this, not to Marty. I go to the sorcerer and I grab what I need, which is basically going to be the restore, possibly the torch, and maybe a sorcerer as well. Then I heal up. Actually, I don't heal up. Okay. So Glade does have a door key for the door there. He also has chest keys in case I wanted to loot the treasury on this map, but I honestly don't really need any of this stuff in there. It's basically just stat boosters, so there's not much of a point of going all the way out there. It's kind of out of the way. I suppose you could just warp someone in, and then have them, or rewarp someone in even, and have them fight their way through everything on the left side there. Orsin is getting kind of low on poop uses, and I do want him to have a couple left for endgame. So at this point, I'm getting kind of desperate to get Miranda or someone in there to actually steal away some of those. Well, take some of the reinforcements attacks off of Orsin so that he doesn't have to. I don't have to worry about them anymore. I go for the meteor on the Venom Bow guy, maybe? I honestly feel like I probably should have done that. Because that would have taken away the one massive issue that I could have had there. Potentially. And I just move in with everyone here for a little bit. I almost stepped on that tile there. The tile directly below Dean right now is the warp tile. So you have to be very careful. It's kind of bullshit that there's trap tiles on the stairs that you have to walk through with everyone. Because otherwise you could just hug the walls, and that basically keeps it safe. But this area in the center here is very dangerous because it has like 2 or 3 trap tiles that you have to pass over in order to get to the exit. So you have to be very, very careful of that. Frankly, it's almost designed in a way in which you like more or less need to get to step on one. You're basically, it's designed so that you are going to step on one, even if you avoid like the doorways and everything, which is kind of bullshit design, but whatever. I like it though, in a sense. It's just you have to be very careful here. I love how there's no like indication of them either. They're just normal tiles, which is really great. I was considering just ignoring the Kia staff here at this point because I went, oh, I could probably just rescue Eyvel with Marty and escape, but I'm pretty sure you can't do that if you want to keep Eyvel, because she's just agreeing with it. So I think you need to talk with her this chapter in order to make this work. So I eventually figured that out, but to start out here, I'm just I'm moving in with everyone except for Marty, more or less. Well, I'm going to be moving in Marty over here so that you can grab. So yeah, I moved in like that so that she can Kia staff next turn, and I can also talk to her with Leaf next turn. That's not what I end up doing, but it's something that I had set up here. So even I'm still being very careful. There are some trap tiles basically on the tile that Mara is standing on is a trap tile. But you can step on it if you don't wait on it. So long as you don't wait on one of those tiles, you're good. So if you like dance or something on one of them, you're fine. That's what I'm going to do here as well, actually, is dance on this tile. So I'm basically have it marked at this point. And I'm considering just sending Connemore down this way with well, I was considering using Connemore to bait, but it doesn't exactly have the avoid for it. And neither does Miranda, really. Which is why I ended up opting for Karin here. But I do move in with Connemore and Kingsword here. And I think I leave Miranda in range, which is a little bit dicey, but whatever. Because her avoid isn't good enough for all of these, basically. And all she needs to do is get hit by one hell and then a Jormungandr, and then she dies. Or by one hell and the, maybe the Venom Bow guy? Like, she doesn't have, yeah, she's only got 68 avoid here, so. Because the Thunder is sort of heavy. If she had a Wind Tome, this would be fine, but alas. And because of Wrath, she's able to take these guys out. If she didn't have Wrath, it would be kind of difficult punching through the manastone floor here. But thankfully, she's got Wrath, so. And then I swapped to the hand axe here with Orsin because I recognize that he has the same amount of avoid with the hand axe as with the Poogie. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just use this because I'm assuming that, well, I know that he's not going to have he's not going to have the, whatchamacallits. Consorso. Do I go for Consortia? I just go for Consortia, I think. Yeah. Well, actually, no, I got the Broken Warp Staff. Okay, perfect. So I swap that as well. You can keep the Broken Warp Staff. There you go. I forget if I move Miranda into this turn. No, I don't. I don't, because I decided it was too risky, and I may as well just leave Orsin to do it because he still has hand axe uses to use. So that's where I went with Idea was there. Okay, then these guys are gonna rewarp in. They have so even though it is like one hit on Orsin it is one hit every single time. So it is, although it's very, very, very unlikely, it is still pretty possible for him to get hit by a Hell Tome. And then they also have Jormungandrs, which have a little bit better hit. So once someone hits with the Hell Tome, they can swap to their Jormungandrs and then deal with them that way. Because the poison damage, well, even the Jormungandr would kill him at that point, I think. But thankfully, the Venom Bow guy has decided to just not attack Orsin, which is very helpful for me, honestly. It's really helpful. So I swapped to the other hand axe because I know I've got, and I basically got another turn before I need to bait with someone else. And then I go, I mean, I could do this, or I could just rescue with Marty, and that's what I do. And because I'm not sure whether this will recruit or not, I think I make a save state here. So I just rescue with Marty and dance. Or I make a save state around here. It'll be in a second here. Yeah. It's because since I've gotten through this all at this point, I don't want to fuck it up by just randomly stepping on a tile that I shouldn't be stepping on. So yeah, I was testing out to see if you're rescuing someone, this works. Which if it's because the way this works is if you step on a tile and then drop someone, that's how it works. Right. So that's why I'm gonna be able to move down here with Marty and step on that tile, and then just drop Eyvel there. And then she'll be fine, Marty will be fine, no one's getting hurt. Next, I move in Miranda, like, around there for now. And I opt to do one more turn with Orsin because he's good enough to hang on for right now. I also move in with all my units here, like Leaf and everyone. And then I think for this turn, I opt to... I've got Sarah, I've got to do still. So I rescue Sarah with Salem, and then I'll just rewarp them down into the center here. And then Karin, like Flame Sword Karin with... this is where I go, maybe I should just use Karin here. So I move down here... I move her down here into basically Conmore range with the Flame Sword. Because I'm going, okay, actually that's not going to be bad avoid. So I just got the Flame Sword. She doesn't have scrolls or anything, which is annoying, but whatever. She's got breath and stuff, so I'm not really super worried about her dying or anything here, right? So this guy actually opts to go for Orsin finally, and then he dies. I think it's mainly because they wanted to break his hand axe, is why this guy's going for him. But since he didn't get the poison hit, everyone else is opting for just going for Karin at this point. So yeah, there's two more left, and they're gonna both go for Karin, I think. Here. And then she's got Rash, so she's just gonna counter them, and they're gonna die pretty easily. Extra defense, extra strength, extra HP, and we get another hit there. So, Karin's stunts are rising pretty high here. Very good. Very good unit here. So, at this point I'm like, okay, we're good enough to basically finish off here pretty quickly. The issue here is this area is very, very trap heavy. So by moving to this tile, well, not that tile, but there's a couple of tiles around here which are super, like, they're not super obvious that they're traps, but like I'm hugging the wall here for that reason, is to try and avoid the trap tiles, because if you hug that wall on the right there aren't any. If you hug the wall on the bottom there aren't any. And then I think I just got a little bit reckless here with some of this. So, not the best movement here in the world. And then the other thing that I did here, so I just rewarp Salem down here to get him and Sarah out of the way. So that's pretty easy. Glade and everyone else still need to move in manually. So I rescue with Marty, have Laura dance for him, and then I make a mistake here. And that's this, right? So I move in with Marty to like there, sort of, because there is a tile around here that I can use to block with, well, that I sort of want to block with. Like a statue, right? Because I was using Eyvel to block tiles, so I just drop her there. And that's a mistake. Believe it or not, that's a bit of a mistake. So I end turn here. And then, because Eyvel is stoned and technically an enemy unit, they just walk up and kill her with Jormungandr. Because since she's stoned, she has like no stats, so she's dead. So I obviously need to, I just load my save because I forgot about that, which, as you can see here, me going for this strat, not necessarily the best, most consistent option in the world. I think I reset like one more time here, because I stepped on a weird tile. But I think I'm just gonna speed past everything else here for a little bit, so I will get back to you in a second. And at this point, I sort of realized that I needed to actually recruit Eyvel in order to escape with her, because she is a green unit, so it's not like it makes all that much sense to do this without Kia staffing her. So I just go for this to make sure. To be honest, maybe I Well, I don't know. I don't really care enough to bother. So that's green. There's green unit Eyvel. She's not stoned anymore, and I wanted to get the talk combo with Leaf on screen, so I went ahead and did that as well. At this point, basically everyone. I think I already escaped with Orsin. At this point, and basically everyone here was. Yeah, as you can see, I can't rescue Eyvel. So I think that just is a good sign that you need to key a staff in order to do that. Gotta do that. Eyvel! Come on, Eyvel! Gotta do that. Eyvel! It's me, Leaf. Can you hear me? Leaf? The Lord Leaf. Ah! Little Lord, what are you doing here? You gotta break out of here and fast! Eyvel, things are very different now than when you were last awake. Different? What's gotten into your head? We're still in the same... Wait. What is this place? Eyvel. Thank goodness. You're just like how you were before. Little Lord, just what the hell happened to me? I'm sorry, but there's not enough time for me to explain everything. All you need to know is that we're fighting to liberate Thracia from the Empire, and we're in the middle of recapturing Manchester right now. We need your strength more than ever, Eyvel. Already too old to keep calling me Commander, I see. A lot must have happened. Alright, we'll talk later. But we'll have time to catch up after this battle, right? Of course. There's so much I want to tell you, Eyvel. Alright, so that's Eyvel recruited. I think that, yeah, at this point I'm just going over her again. Her stats actually aren't that bad. So if you train her a little bit in the early game, she'll have the same stats as when she left. But she starts with basically cap speed, or if not, outright cap speed. So she's still a very serviceable sword master. If you wanted to, you could even just give her skill books at this point. Give her rings to top off whatever stats she still needs to like cap and everything. But like she's got A rank sword, she's got a adept. She's got 20 speed and 10 strength. Like that's not bad. 2 movement stars and a leadership star as well. So this is actually I feel like she's actually a very serviceable unit for endgame. Just because her stats are that good. Now, is she the best unit in the world? No, you're gonna have way better units at this point. Actually, any unit that you've actually trained with scrolls and everything throughout the game is gonna be much better than her at this point. But she's good filler for endgame, and like, I mean, it just feels nice to use her as well at the end. So now at this point, I'm just making sure that I can get everyone out next turn, and I believe I figure out a way to do so. Conmore I just escape with. For some reason, I stay on that screen for like forever. Shanam, I need to get out really close. And I'm also checking to see if there's anyone that I can like rescue someone with. In order to make this easier, I think I opted to rescue Sarah or dance for someone or something. But next turn is when I'm planning on escaping, because Leaf's in range. I think most of my units here are in range of escaping, except for like a couple. So I just dance for Leaf here. Well, actually, Leaf wasn't in range. But I'm going to move him into range this turn. Karin, I think we get... So I was possibly opting... So Eyvel was maybe an option here, but thanks to the movement star, she's able to get out of here immediately. Mind your limits, Lord Leaf. Don't do anything stupid. That's her escape quote, which you see this time and this time only. Yeah, this is the only map that popped up in. Brayden has enough move that he can get out pretty easily. So Dean is the last person here who is sort of tough to get out, but I think most of the people here are actually really close to just getting out here. So Karin moves there and rescues Sarah so that they can both escape next turn. Let's see. Dean has 6 moves, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I move him into the center. So the issue with just moving him onto that center tile there is he can't just wait there. Is the issue. So I think what I opt to do here is, I forget exactly what I opt to do here. I wait there, and then since I got the movement star on Dean, that saved me. That's what saved me. What I think I could have done would be to rescue Leaf. Well, I don't know if that would have worked. Because Leaf is kind of heavy at this point. If I could have rescued, then transferred or something, that made it, maybe it would have been fine. But I'm able to escape with everyone else on this turn. So, pretty good. Pretty good time I made here. I feel like there's only a few turns, honestly. So, not bad at all, time-wise. I barely escaped with my life. Fucking hell, Miranda. But yeah, we got Marty out of here, and everyone is basically ready to go here. So, there's Glade, and Shanam, and Child's Play. He's such a bad unit, holy shit. And Dean, and Salem, and Lithis, and Lara, and I think I checked the turn count, and then I finally escaped with Leaf. Yeah, he's the last guy remaining, and I did this in 16 turns, which actually, considering I walked all the way, that's not that bad at the time. I made pretty good progress there. Eyvel, I wanted so badly to see you again. But yeah, we've done it in 16 turns. Every day we spent fighting the Empire this past year was another night I spent dreaming of this reunion. And now that dream has come true. I'm so glad you're alright. Has it already been a whole year since that day in the arena? Ah, little ward. Well, I guess you're not so little anymore. You're a man now, and a real prince at that. Eyvel, I realize I never thanked you. It's only because of you that I was able to have a peaceful childhood. For 3 happy years, I was able to play with the other kids in Fianna, spending every day just as carefree as a normal boy. I learned how to fight, and I even roughhoused with the other children. Do you remember how many times you had to scold me, Eyvel? Even that could be fun sometimes. I'd spent my life on the run, and it was just a never new experience for me. We didn't share blood, but we were a family. Finn was my father, you were my mother, and Nana and Marita were my sisters. And I got to make friends with boys my own age, like Orsin and Eyvel. Back then, the only thing I wanted was for those days to go on forever. I have you to thank for all that, Eyvel. You let me experience what having a mother was like. You gave me back the warmth of family that I'd forgotten so long ago. Oh, little Lord, I still remember the day you entered my life. You and little Nan wandered into the village with Finn, who was hurt so badly he could hardly manage to stay atop of his horse. Little Nan was begging me to save her father. Her cute eyes turned red with tears, and all I could think to do was hug her. But you, that's when I knew there was something different about you. You just looked me dead in the eye, held up that sword that was on your belt, and said, "I'll give you this if you can help." It wasn't until later that I realized how much it meant to you. I heard the blade was an heirloom, belonged to your mother, right? But I remember wondering just what kind of ordeal must these 3 have been through to make this little boy so calm right now. I can't remember my own childhood, little Leaf. 10 years ago, the villagers of Yeast found me washed up on the shore. I don't know anything else about what I did before that. Who was I? Did I have a husband? Kids? I don't have the slightest idea. But when I first met you two, I realized something real bad must have happened to me in my own youth as well. So I figured, if I couldn't remember my own childhood, I could do the next best thing and give a childhood to two kids that needed one. Never imagined you would turn out to be the Prince of Munsterville.
Eyvel! Truth be told, I was always jealous of Miranda. I would look at her and think, if only I had a mother I could depend on like she does. I cried about that more times than I could count. But I never realized I did have a mother all along. You, Eyvel. You found a way to love all of us equally, without condition. I'll never be able to express my gratitude for that.
Oh. Well, man, come on, you're the Princess of Nordian. The blood of Hazel runs in your veins. There's no doubt in my mind that your mother is out there somewhere, alive. I mean, look what happened to me. Stranger things have happened. You just keep watching out for Little Leaf. Never give up. You'll find her again someday. It's good to have you back, Eyvel. I've been trying to help these lads as best as I could, but nobody could ever replace you. I mean, except for... You don't give yourself enough credit, Dagdar. Without your help defending Fianna, I don't know if I could have survived as long as I have. We made quite the team. Don't be stupid. I didn't really do that much.
Papa, your face is all red. Cut it out. You're so embarrassing.
Commander, it wasn't just word leaf. You've been like a mother to all the children of Fianna, especially me and my little sister. After we lost our parents, you were there to watch over us. You practically raised us. So I've been fighting this whole time just to get you back. Alvin, I'm sorry for everything I put you through. When this is all over, let's head back to Fianna together. Poor little Thracia probably worried herself half to death over us. Like a mother, huh? Well, Ma passed a long time ago, but Pa ain't going anywhere. Guess having that old coot around is still better than not having anyone. I think I finally get that now. I'm happy to hear you say that, you big lug. You've got it better than someone like Alvin. Orsin, take good care of your father when you make it back to Fianna, you hear? Rita? What's wrong? What are you doing over here by yourself?
Mother.
Come on. You're a beautiful woman now, so don't come making a mess of your face with all those tears. Here, wipe them off.
Mother, I...
There, sweet pea. It's okay now, see? Everything's gonna be alright. But, wait, who are you?
I had half a mind to just leave, but I had to spare you a few words. I'm not much for talk, so I'll make it fast. My daughter. How you've raised her, what you've made of her. Thank you.
Huh? You're Marita's...
That'd be me, yeah. Her mother. She died just after giving birth, and after that, the kid and I wandered the world together. Not proud of it, but one day when I took my eyes off her for just a second, the slaver up and took her from me. I didn't sell her, mind you, but she got kidnapped. Yes, kidnapped. She was just a little girl when I found her. A young, innocent thing wrapped in chains and up for sale in the markets of Konat. When I saw her, I just lost it. Killed every last one of them. The bodyguards I had with them, too. I'd have done anything just to get those damn chains off of her. She said her name was Marita, and that she'd been with her father up until he sold her a little while ago. What? No, I didn't sell her. I tried to get her home, tried to find you, but I couldn't. No, you're not to blame for any of this. I never should have let him know about the life of such a small child to begin with. My daughter was very lucky to have found you. This is selfish of me, but I think it'd be best if you were the one who watched over her after all this. I gotta go out and get some milk. I agree. Marita's my daughter now. Has been for years. I wouldn't let you take her away from me even if you wanted to. Good. After this is all over, I'll go back to my life of wandering. You'll never have to see me again. Then, before you leave, I have one last favor to ask, Galzus. Galzus? Huh. Funny, I don't think I mentioned my name. But, name it. If it's within my power, it will be done. Once, every year, would you visit us in Fianna? That's all I ask. Very well, I guess I can do that. Ugh, I hate dealing with kids.
Eyvel, I regret I couldn't do more for you after everything you've done for us, but I wanted you to know how grateful I am. And I'm grateful to you, Finn, for everything you've done for Fiona over the years. I couldn't find a finer knight in all of Jewdrol. I never planned on telling you this, but after overhearing about your amnesia, it would be right to just stay silent. I once knew a woman who looked just like you.
Just like me? Are you sure you're not just confused, Finn?
Please. That doesn't make any sense. I was definitely not an FE4 at all. No, I'm certain. When Lord Quan fought in Lord Sigurd's army of God's Rest for Souls, there was a woman, a soldier, who served alongside us. She was an unmistakable sight of a battlefield. With her long, blonde hair waving in the wind, you could mistake her for a goddess. She was the eldest lady of House Youngby, and inheritor of the Holy Bow Eyvel. Her name was Bridget.
Bridget? Finn, are you saying that woman was me?
Yes. Well, probably. I never took you for a romantic, Finn. If I had holy blood, I'd have a brand somewhere on my body, but I don't. I've checked. You got the wrong person, Finn. I'm just an ordinary sellsword making my way from place to place. I'm Eyvel, a Fiona. Well, we'll see about that. Anyways, that was it for 24X. Actually ended up being a lot easier than well, easier. I had to reset like 5 times. But we're finally done with it, so next week we will be moving on to Endgame, finally. So, yeah, if you enjoyed, please go ahead and like and subscribe and all of that other nonsense. And I will see you guys in the next one. As you can see, I'm definitely going to save over the next chapter. Come on. Any second now. Any second now. Oh my god. Come on. I can't be saying anything that relevant. Come on. There we go. There we go. Come on. All right. Yeah. We'll be taking on this one next time. See you guys later.